So hello everyone. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about star delta transformation. So suppose we are having a circuit, as you can see, there might be a possibility that you are not able to determine whether the resistors are in series or in parallel. So in that case, we can use star delta transformation. So what is star delta transformation? We have to basically look out for the resistors in what combination they are available in certain part of the network. For example, resistor might be in this particular form. So this closed path is called as a delta. And this delta might be in various forms, like it can be a delta in this form as well, or it can be a delta in this particular form also, like this one is also a delta. So anywhere we are having this kind of a delta network. So in delta to star conversion, what we can do, we can convert these kind of delta kind of networks into a Y network, Y or star network. Now if we talk about the star, and if we talk about the given circuit, we are having three resistors. One starts from one of the vertices, second is from the second vertex, and the third one is from the third vertex. Now if you want to find out the values of RA, RB and RC, that is given by the formula which are mentioned over here, right? So if we talk about R1, or what we call as RA in our circuit, so it will be equal to, we have to check the two vertices, adjacent vertices, like this is RB and RC, and then you have to take the sum of all the resistors, means which is RA plus RB plus RC. So in the same way we can do it for RB also and the RC also. And if you want to actually derive these formulas, then already there are videos of mine on the YouTube. So you can refer to those videos and you can also see how these formulas are basically derived as well. So today we will directly solve one numerical based on this particular question. So let us move on to the numerical. Alright, so we will be solving this particular numerical where we have to find out the current I naught. And if we see the circuit, so we can see here we cannot decide series and parallel the way the resistors are being connected over here. So in this case, we need to first of all identify, do we have some kind of a star or delta network. So if we will see here, we are having at least two delta networks, like this is one of the delta network, or the other delta network can be this one also, like these three resistors as well, right? So we will try to use the formulas of converting delta into a star network, right? So let us suppose we are considering the network of 2 kilo ohm, 4 kilo ohm and 4 kilo ohm, right? So this is 4 kilo ohm and this is also 4 kilo ohm. Now, can we convert this into a Y network, or what we call a star network? Yes. So what will be that? We will be converting this. There will be three vertices. One will come from here, right? Other one will come from here. So this will be second, and other one will come from 4 and 4, like this one. Now, what are their values? If we again see to the formula, let this one be R1, R2 and R3. So we will say R1, which is because of these two resistors, will be equal to 4 into 2 upon the total resistance, which is 4 plus 2 plus 4. So it is equal to 8 upon 10, that is 0.8 kilo ohm. In the same way, what will be R2 also? So R2 is between this 4 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm. So we will again do, it will be a same answer, 4 plus 2 plus 4. So it is 8 upon 10, which is 0.8 kilo ohm. And what about R3? So R3 resistor is between 4 kilo ohm and 4 kilo ohm. So it will be 4 into 4 upon 4 plus 2 plus 4. So it is 16 upon 10, that is 1.6 kilo ohm. Now once we get the three answers of R1, R2 and R3, Now our next aim is that we need to replace this original network with the resistors we have calculated just now. So let us redraw the network and see how it should look like. So we have a voltage source, we have 2 kilo ohm, we have 6 kilo ohm and 6 kilo ohm values. So these are the original values which we have not touched as of now. And then we need to convert the delta that we were having here into a Y network as shown here. So we will have R1, we will have R2, and then we have R3, and then this completes our network. So we have 4 kilo ohm here, 4 kilo ohm here. Sorry, we need to replace it with the values we have just calculated. So we'll just remove these values. Yeah. So this is zero point 0.8 kilo ohm. This is also zero point 0.8 kilo ohm, and R3 we got 1.6 kilo. Now what we need to do, we need to simply solve it using series parallel concept, because if we now see, we have this 6 kilo ohm and this 0.8 kilo ohm in series. In the same way, this 6 kilo ohm and this 0.8 kilo ohm is also in series. So we can say 6 plus zero point 0.8 will be 6.8 kilo ohm from the left, and on the right also 6 plus zero point 0.8 will be 6.8 kilo ohm. Now, if we see these two resistors, like if we see this part of the network and this part of the network, they are in parallel. So if they are in parallel, we can simply do 6.8 parallel 6.8, and when both the values are same in parallel combination, you have to simply half the resistance. So it will be equal to 3.4 kilo ohm. And now, what will be my equivalent circuit? If we talk about this 56 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm, now this network is 3.4 kilo ohm, and then we have this 1.6 also. So this is 1.6 kilo ohm. So now you can see this question is easy to solve. We just need to find the equivalent resistance now, which is 2 plus 3.4 plus 1.6. So that is 3, 5, 6, and 7. So this is 7 kilo ohm. So that gives us the R equivalent. So what was the required parameter to be solved? I naught. So we can now simply say, therefore I naught is equal to V by R. This is 56 volt as per the given question, and R we got as 7 kilo ohm. So the I naught is equal to 8 milliampere. So this is the answer of this question. So what we understood from this numerical is that if suppose we have certain set of resistors where we cannot decide whether the series or the parallel formula should be applied, we should then see the pattern. Do we have any kind of delta network or maybe Y network? And then if there is any possibility like that, then we should convert star to delta or delta to star. And once we will apply those formulas, we will suddenly realize that the formulas once applied and once the equivalent resistors are being given in the question, then it is easier to solve the question, and perhaps we can again find the currents and the voltages. So that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will meet and discuss some other numericals. So thank you all.